All right, so this is how it works. There's the fucking drone right there. You see, this is where the actual, I guess, action cam would be. It would kind of like pivot there. The camera's not flat. It's angled a bit, you can see. So whenever it's actually flying, it kind of flies like that. The cells go in here and you just pull this, shut to keep them tight. And then it actually attaches there. That's an antenna for the controller. And those are antenna for this. This is the really, really shitty headset I have right now. And this is a live feed from there, obviously. That's the controller. So, okay. So it beeps like that because things aren't down. So like, for example, this is the throttle. It has to be all the way down. And these are the fucking adjustment toggles. So for example, the way I have it set up right now, like I was saying over Messenger, was this is to arm it. So it will arm it and make the drone, at least like the motors turn on. It makes it easier. So it's in horizon mode, and then it's in angle mode, and then it's in acro. So it's just essentially, it will let it only fly like this and this. It won't let you do that. And then if you have it all the way up to acro, you have basically, full control. So I always have, you have this all the way down, so armed, and then this goes all the way up to be acro mode, which is what you want. Down here, this is meant to be rollover mode. In case I ever were to flip, I can do this and it'll kind of activate two motors to flip it over if it's upside down. And then with this one right here, this is meant to be your rate toggle. So when you first start, this is in cine mode. It's lower rates, easier to fly and kind of chill. It's a bit more mellow and it's easier for making videos and stuff like that. The center toggle is what the drone came like stock, and it's more of a recommended feed. So like in this case, it's just kind of chill, but it's more intense than the lowest mode being, cinematic, I guess. And then the very, very top one is race mode. So it's like super responsive, very, very twitchy. It's very fun for doing tricks and stuff, but it's a bit harder because it's very, very responsive. So I usually just have that one in the center. And then again, with all of this like turned off, because it has to be for like, for safety. When you first turn this on, this is boom, we're good now, For the actual drone itself, you put the cell in here. And then when I'm actually having to turn it on, you just plug it in like this. And then you let it kind of do its thing. Boop, boop, means it's good. Lights are flashing. We go over to here, you hold down on this fucking power button. And then this live feed turns on. And it's kind of hard to see because of the angles, but that's the live feed right there. So you see there's my, if it can ever actually focus, 3.74 volts. This is a kind of like a pretty dead cell. It should be about 16.8 volts full. 4-cell battery. You do whatever the actual top voltage is, times 4 is going to be your maximum voltage. It says battery full, but it's not actually full. That's why it's kind of weird. But on like the leftmost spot, that's my latency. And then the bottom part, like I said, is just my actual overall voltage. And you see up top, it says horizon. There's Clope. Just walks by. You can see whenever I flick the top switch in the top left, it says angle, now it's horizon. Then we got it in air mode. Air is acro. Like I was saying, when you hit this, it's the arm switch. Now this is armed. It just shut itself off because the battery's too low. And it has like a cutoff to be safe so it doesn't fry the cells, because there's no BMS in this. So if this actually dies, it's just dead. Made that mistake with that cell over there. RIP the homie. He got a bit too low on the voltage and it's fucked. So that's lessons learned, but these ones so far are good. And then to recharge the cells, because they're kind of sus, you have to get a fireproof bag. And this is a charger that came with the drone itself. It's kind of sus, and this is a balance charger which works a lot better, but for the purpose of this video, I'll show you how this works in the first place. So with this, you have to basically connect the 4-cell wire to the actual front of it right there. And then from there it charges itself. So like in this case, it says 14.9. That's going to end up being about 16.8 at full. So, it wasn't empty, but it was pretty low. I could have gotten this down to about 14.5. So, not too bad.